Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about the most tested math questions on the SAT. So the SAT has a large math portion and you guys need to know what to expect when you guys are preparing for this test. Today we're going to be going over the most asked ones and the most common ones. Make sure to like and subscribe for more math videos. I always make math videos like this to help you guys prepare for tests like the SAT. So make sure to look at my previous videos and like for more. Let's get started. Hector used a tool called an auger to remove corn from a storage bin at a constant rate. The bin contained 24,000 bushels of corn, where Hector began to use the auger. After 5 hours of using the auger, this much remained in the bin. If it continues to remove corn at this rate, what is the total number of hours Hector will have been using the auger when this many bushels of corn remain in the bin? Okay, so the key word here is rate. So it's saying to calculate this rate, we can see after 5 hours it was at this one. So the initial is 24,000 bushels of corn, and let's subtract 19,350 to see how much corn was used from the auger in 5 hours. So solving this, we can do 650 plus 4,000. So 4,650 bushels of corn in 5 hours. So if we divide this by 5, we can see that divided by 5, we know how much it is per hour, and that will be the rate. So let's do this. This will be 930 bushels per hour. So that means, we now need to find when it equals 12,840 from the original. So we have to subtract 24,000 minus 12,840 to see how many bushels that the auger used during whatever time it is. And this equals 160 plus 11,000, so 11,160. And then we can divide this by 930 to find how many hours, because since this is the rate. So this would equal approximately more, it would be definitely more than 10. So the only answer that has this is D. This one, it's important to not make the mistake of plugging 12,840 and solving for this, how many hours it takes for this, because you remember you need to subtract these two numbers here, and this one is tricky because it is a very wordy problem. So make sure you just read it very slowly, know what it is asking you. That's the most important thing when it comes to word problems. Know what the question is asking you. Make sure you are clear. And this one, hopefully this helped. Moving on to the next one. So we have this equation. What is the positive solution to the given equation? Okay, so we have this equation and ask us what is the positive solution to the given equation. So at first, this looks to be really confusing and hard to solve, but the key word here is positive solution. So we can just try getting rid of these absolute values without making anything negative, because we know it's going to be positive. So, this should be a parentheses. 4 minus x. Because an absolute value, you want to test out the positive and negative solutions, but in this one it's just asking for the positive. So once we distribute all these, we get 8 minus 2x plus 12. So 20 minus 2x minus 3x minus 5x equals 25. Well, this does not look promising because we subtract 20 on both sides, we get x equals negative 1. And this is not what we want because x needs to be a positive solution. So that means we have to use the other way. We have to do it by making the 25 negative. So let's do 2, well, I shouldn't have erased that, but it's 8 minus 2x plus 12 minus 3x equals negative 25. Since the other way didn't work, let's try the other way because we know absolute value has two solutions. So we get 20 equals negative 25 plus 5x and x equals 9. Now, we can sub this back in just to make sure. So x 4 minus 9 was negative 5, but absolute value is 5, times 2, 10, plus 4 minus 9, which is 5 again, times 3, 15. So 10 plus 15 equals 25. It works. This is our answer. You can always check it like that. It's really easy. So another thing that's important again is just identifying what it's even asking you, because you don't want to make this too complicated and try to solve this whole thing out. It's not necessary. You just need to know it's the positive solution. Okay. The equation above is true for all x is greater than 2 where r and t are positive constants. What is the value of r times t? Well, okay. First thing I notice when I read this question is these x minus 2 and x plus 5 is going to be in the answer. So that means let's try to get a common denominator here and make it look like this end product. So we can, like any other fraction, we can just do 2 times x plus 5 on both the top and bottom, because that's just x plus 5 over x plus 5 equals 1. So plus 3 times x minus 2 is x minus 2. We have a common denominator now that we multiplied each by the other. And now we can just multiply everything out on the top and get the same format that they gave rx plus 2 here, t. So 2x plus 10 plus 3x minus 6. So that would be 5x plus 10 minus 6, so plus 4. So r times t equals 20. This is another example. You really don't want to try to solve all of this because you don't need to. You just need to notice things here. X minus 2, x plus 5. They want you to use this equation. They want you to find the common denominator, and this is the fastest way you can do that. A culture of bacteria is growing at exponential rate. As shown in the table above, at this rate, on which day will the number of bacteria per millimeter reach 5.12 times 10 to the power of 8? So what we can first notice here is that it's multiplying by 2 every single day. It's just 2 to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 3, so on and so forth. So we need to find when it's 5.12 times 10 to the power of 8. Well, I'm not even really going to solve this. I can do this the guess and check way. So the fourth day, if we multiply this by 2, it would be 2 times 10 to the power of 6. Okay, the fifth day, it would be 4 times 10 to the power of 6. Sixth day, it would be 8 to the 10 to the power of 6. The 7th day, it would be 1.6 times 10 to the power of 7. And then 8, 3.2 with 10 to the power of 7, 9, it would be 6.4, 10 to the power of 7, 10, it would be 1.28 times 10 to the power of 8. The 11th day, it would be 2.56. And then finally, the 12th day, we reach that 5.12. We get day 12. This one is an example of when you really don't need to solve anything again, and you can just take the not so efficient way here, because even this only took like 2 minutes. You really don't need to do anything fancy with this one. The density of a certain type of wood is 353 kilograms per cubic meter. A sample of this type of wood is in the shape of a cube and has a mass of 345 kilograms. To the nearest hundredth of a meter, what is the length of one edge of this example? Okay. Let's write everything down. There's a lot of information to process. So let's say D equals 353 kg over m cubed. So a simplest wood is in the shape of a cube, has a mass of 345. So m equals 345 kilograms. And to the nearest hundredth of a meter, what is the length of one edge of the sample? Okay, this is interesting because it's asking you to remember that density equals mass over volume, which is not very much a math thing, it is a chemistry thing, but hopefully you know this formula. So it's basically, it gives you the numbers here, it's just asking you to solve for volume and then find the length using the volume. So we can say that V equals M over D. So it'd be 345 over 353. And then let's say that's approximately, well, I don't want to do the calculations for this. 345 over 353. Definitely need a calculator for this one. And then you need to take, that would be the volume. You need to take the cube root of that. So let me grab my calculator and do that quickly. 345 over 353, I get 0.9 something, but we have to take the cube root of that, and that would be 0.992, so it would be B. So this one is a very interesting example of using your outside knowledge and applying it to this, because it doesn't directly say, oh, you need to use the density formula, but you should be able to recognize this with these keywords, density and mass. Okay, last one. A gift shop buys souvenirs at a price of $7 and resells them at 290% of that price. At the end, any remaining are discounted to 80% off the retail price. What is the discounted price of each remaining in dollars? So it starts with 7. Make sure you just write everything down, 7. So, but the wholesale price ends up being times 2.9. So that would be 7 times 2.9. 3, 6 plus 4, 2, 20.3 That's the wholesale price. And then they're discounted again, 80% off this. So 0.8 of 20.3. So it'd be 4 to 16. It'd be 1624. So that is your answer. This one is relatively simple. You kind of just need to follow sentence by sentence, see how I wrote down every sentence, what it's telling me, and I was able to solve it. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more videos like these. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. I post daily videos like this, trying to help you guys with test prep, math problems, anything like that. Comment down below any math problems you want me to explain. And thank you. Make sure to like and subscribe.